Imagine if you could see energy. If suddenly, your eyes could perceive the invisible waves of movement that connect all things. Imagine being able to see the energy that flows between people, objects, and the entire universe. How would this change your perception of reality? Today, we are going to explore one of the most fundamental concepts of existence, energy. Not just as something abstract or spiritual, but as the real and concrete force that gives rise to everything. We will use the knowledge of Matías De Stefano, who explains energy in a way that unites science, spirituality, and philosophy, making it understandable for everyone. In this video, you will learn what energy is and where this concept comes from, how energy divides into positive and negative, the role of magnetism in creating and organizing the universe, the two fundamental forms of energy, potential and kinetic, how energy influences our body, emotions, and thoughts, and finally, how we can learn to control and direct energy to transform our lives. By the end of this video, you will see energy in a completely new way. So, open your mind and join me on this journey. To understand energy, we first need to comprehend the origin of the word. As Matías De Stefano explains, the word energy comes from Greek en, means inside, and eron, means work or force. In other words, energy means the quality of doing work or exerting force. This means that energy is what allows things to move, change, and interact. It is the fundamental principle that governs all existence. But there is an important detail. Energy never disappears, it only transforms. Think of a river. The flowing water carries energy. If we place a water wheel in it, the river's energy is transformed into mechanical movement. That electricity can power a lamp, which transforms electrical energy into light and heat. Now let's think of ourselves. We eat food, which contains stored energy. Our body transforms that energy into movement, thoughts, and emotions. Matias explains that all energy has two charges, positive and negative. This does not mean good and bad, but rather two opposing polarities that attract each other and create movement. Take planet Earth, for example. The North Pole has a positive charge, and the South Pole has a negative charge. These polarities create a magnetic field, which is essential to keeping the planet balanced. Similarly, our body and our emotions are also governed by this duality. When you feel love, joy, and inspiration, you are vibrating at a positive frequency. When you feel fear, anger, or sadness, you are vibrating at a negative frequency. But this does not mean that we should avoid negative emotions. Imagine a battery. It has a positive side and a negative side. If one side is missing, the battery doesn't work. The same goes for life. Positive and negative energies are both necessary for balance and movement. So how do we find balance within ourselves? The key is awareness. When we are aware of our energy, we can shift and regulate it rather than letting it control us. Matias explains that there are two fundamental types of energy in the universe. 1. Potential energy, which is the energy stored within something, waiting to be used. And 2. Kinetic energy, which is the energy of movement when something is in action. For example, a charged battery has potential energy. But it only becomes useful when connected to a device, transforming into kinetic energy. A bow and arrow. While you hold the pulled arrow, it has potential energy. When you release it, that energy transforms into motion. Your body, you have incredible potential inside you, but it only manifests when you take action. Another example is firewood. A piece of wood has potential energy because it contains stored energy from the sun. But the energy is not active until the wood is burned, releasing heat and light, which are kinetic energy. To deepen your understanding, let's think about the Earth. Inside the Earth, there is a tremendous amount of potential energy stored in the form of pressure, heat, and magnetic fields. When an earthquake happens, that energy is suddenly released as kinetic energy. This same principle applies to human life. Sometimes we hold emotions, talents, or ideas inside us. This is our potential energy. But when we act, express, and create, we transform that into kinetic energy, bringing change into our reality. We have now explored the nature of energy, how it exists in everything, from the smallest atoms to the vastness of the universe. We have learned how energy never disappears, but only transforms, and how it flows through us in both potential and kinetic forms. But the most important question remains: how will you use your energy? Will you let it remain as potential energy, waiting for the perfect moment, or will you transform it into kinetic energy by taking action in your life? Matías De Stefano teaches us that by understanding energy, we can learn to balance it, direct it, and use it consciously. Whether through movement, meditation, or awareness, we can shape our reality with the energy we hold within. So, as you go forward, pay attention to the energy around you. Observe how it shifts, how it moves, and how you can influence it. Because once you understand energy, you understand life itself. Now that you understand how energy works, the next step is up to you. Will you let your energy remain as potential, or will you transform it into action? If this video helped you see energy in a new way, make sure to like and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And before you go, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video about energy, consciousness, and the hidden forces shaping our reality. Remember, your energy creates your reality. Choose to use it wisely. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.